Hello and welcome along. Now, there was a time on the channel where it seemed all I was looking at was Animal Crossing cases for the Nintendo Switch. Okay, and what we're going to be doing is going to be looking at this. We're going to be looking at this. We're going to be looking at this. At this. This. The island case, we're going to be looking at this. Or guess what? I've only gone and found another one. Well, I saw this for sale and I had to buy it so I could tell you all about it and whether it's any good or not. Spoiler alert, it is really good, but there is one negative. So join me as we put this down on the tech desk, turn up the lights and look at this, the Animal Crossing travel case for the Nintendo Switch by Joyhood. Welcome down onto the tech desk, and here we have it then. This is the case itself. Now what we're going to do, we're not going to do an unboxing because it pretty much came from Amazon in a clear plastic bag. That's it. And I'll leave links down below where you can get this, but before I start I need to say there's two different types, okay? So they both look exactly the same, but the one in the UK version will be this one, and there's one in the US which is a little bit different on the inside, and I'll talk you through those differences as we get there. So here it is then. This is the travel case. This is an Animal Crossing themed Nintendo Switch travel case, and it's brilliant, but there is a negative that I need to talk to you about later. So on the top, it's kind of this, it's kind of like a leatherette material on the top wrapped over, but it's really nicely padded, good quality protection on there. It says Tomba. I guess they're the kind of guys that make it. It's Amazon. If you go and have a look, it's made by different people, it's sold by different people. Tomba's not mentioned, but. And on the top, all of the Animal Crossing icons there, white and the kind of like turquoisey blue, really nice colours. That covers up the top kind of quarter, and then the bottom 3/4 is this material type, nice scratchy material, on point colouring, really nice quality and good protection again. Either side you have a shoulder clasp there and there, that is for the shoulder strap that it comes with. Here it is, nice and long, adjustable metal pieces on there, really good quality. However, when I've been using it, the paint has started to come off on the metal clasps there. Not a massive deal breaker, just something I thought I'd notice. But if you didn't want to use the shoulder strap, you've got this, the carry handle on the top, really good quality, not overly padded, but good enough, nice and comfy to hold and carry around. And this is what I mainly use. I don't use the shoulder strap, I use this. So carrying this around, all the bits in. And a zip that goes all the way around there, the same colour, with nicely finished off with the leaves from Animal Crossing. Nice small detail. So overall, first impressions, really good. Then, when you crack it open, this is what you're presented with. Okay, so I'm just going to take everything out so far. Okay, so on the top here, this is like your top section, and you've got a massive netted there with this inside. Then this is lovely, like a felt in there, and when you can actually start feeling how thick this is, it feels really thick. So we know that there's going to be decent protection from the top. The netting feels really good with the zip on there. You fit loads in there, pens, pads, cables, all sorts. And then going down here, 21 games you can fit in here, and this is like almost like a protective pad again. This feels like cardboard inside of here with a felt on the top there. Again, that feels lovely to protect things that are in this bottom bit. So this bottom bit has like an internal piece, so you can take this out if you want to. This is kind of really thick foam, again offering loads of protection. But if you didn't want that, just whack everything in here, and this is covered in this felt again, all the way around here. So again, really nice quality. And all the sides, really good. Everything's going to be nicely protected in here. I haven't got a problem with that at all. So we're going to put this back in here. And as you can see, you've got different compartments there. This top one here is for your Pro Controller, and as you can see, there's kind of cutouts there for that thumbstick, that cutout there for that thumbstick, and the cutout there for the D-pad, so we know it goes in that way. This is for the power cable, and with the UK power cable, what I found doing is rolling it up, poking the plug bits in there, and then stuffing it in there like that. Bit here for your dock, if that's what you're going to do. Take your dock away. You've got a space here, you can fit what you like in there. Cables, earbuds, anything like that. If you've got yourself a game and watch, that'll fit in there nicely. Entirely up to you. And then you have this bit which fits on the top there like that. What we're doing now is we're going to go through this in a little bit more detail. This is a perfect accessory to this. This is almost identical, but in obviously a smaller form. You've got the top there, which again is the leatherette with the Animal Crossing icons on the top. And then on the bottom, again, it's this material, really good quality, and the zip again with the leaves, the detail on there. So fantastic. And then when you open it up, you have your switch in the bottom there, and on the top, you have your netting again with a zip, and inside here, it comes with a shoulder strap, a wrist strap. There, I don't use the wrist strap, but if you want to, you can clip that on and have the wrist strap, or use this to hold kind of cables, earbuds, anything you want. And then you've got space for 8 games along this, 8 plus 21 plus 1 in there, 30 games, 30 physical games you can hold. And this padding here, that's lovely. Again, it's this felt that will sit on your screen and protect your Switch screen. Superb. And then here is where your Switch sits. It's attached 2 bits of elastic in this corner and this corner. And as you can see, again, this felt down here to keep your nice Switch nicely protected. And again, really good protection all around for this. Okay, what I did want to talk about is in here there was a negative I wanted to talk about, and it's regarding the Pro Controller section. So I push this down as far as it will go, and I push this down as far as it will go. When you look for the controller, it's completely off. When it's in, and you've got this in, if I can show you without moving it, look how far this sticks up, okay? I can get around this, but I'd have to cut out the bottom of there. But why should I have to do that and ruin my case? I'd have to cut this out just to lower this down, but it would only be by a centimetre, half a centimetre maybe. But look, now can you work out the problem you've got? So we know that the controller is off. If we fold this over and do it up, it started searching for a switch. It's not a deal breaker, but I have to mention this is probably the only negative. If you're going to keep on there, it might continue press that. For me, I've been using this now for a few weeks now. For me, I haven't noticed the battery drain on this, but I'm pretty sure it will be draining the battery. It's just how much, I'm not sure. But when you fold it on there, every time you fold it on there, every time you'd have to press it down quite a bit to press it, but it does flick the old controller on without you doing anything, which is a bit of a pain. I'd like to have seen that a bit lower. The only way you can kind of get around that is by using something like this, but you've got to have a smaller controller, and if you look, even with that, it still goes above the level of this, just not as much. If I fold this over there, look, like that. So the flap will actually rest on this and not on the controller, so it doesn't actually press the controller. So it's okay with smaller controllers, but with the Pro, unfortunately, it does press this and it does kind of keep activating your controller. But the battery on this one is massive. But on if you've got a third party on a power or something, the battery could run down quite quickly. But that's my only negative. Because loads of positive, loads of decent protection. I love the fact that there's a double case that you can just kind of take this away with you, and then you leave this at your base and then take this out if you're ever going out for a day trip or something. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I love the look of it. I love the style. I think they've got the colours on point. This is a really good case. Do let me know what you think of the negative that I mentioned, but that was my look at this Animal Crossing travel case. There we have it then. That was a look at the double case, the kind of travel bit and the extra bit of the case. What do you think? What do you think of the positives, and what do you think of that negative touching the controller? Is that an issue for you? Okay, not a deal breaker for me, because this is a superb quality case. I'm really pleased. I'll leave links down below where you can get hold of this. Please do stick a thumbs up. Do think about subscribing if you're new around here, and until the next video, bye bye.